Hello, how are you? This is Jilly Bling. I have another project using the bundle Golden Greenery. Golden Greenery is an online exclusive bundle, actually a product suite because there's all kinds of things that coordinate with it. And you can get it on July 3rd. And so this is an Avid stamper card where if you buy the bundle through me before the end of July, I would love to send you 3 card kits for free, and this is one of them. This is the second one. The first one, I was trying to do a card that was not holiday-like, even though this set just says holiday. It's the summer, and I think we just had the hottest day, and today's going to be a beautiful day, but I wasn't quite ready to jump into Christmas yet. Today's project will be a hint of Christmas, but here's the first one, card number 1. Here's card number 2, and card number 3 I will do tomorrow. But isn't that just beautiful? This is vellum, a new ribbon, vanilla satin. So, Golden Greenery is the bundle, and also as a not online exclusive, and anyone can get it on July 3rd, is iconic imagery. And when I first saw this, I thought, I do like the word celebrate, but it's just a whole bunch of little images, and that won't make up like a full card, but it does. You know, sometimes you just have to play around with things, and the dies with this die is included, this die is included. All of these, like these will cut out the little images, and I was thinking this leaf is really cute. That would be cute to tuck in, and if you just have beautiful paper, you could tuck in the leaves and do a few berries. You're set. But it has the big die, this die, and a medium size, this one right here. Those are all included in here. Little hearts, little stars, and then all of these cut out iconic imagery. And it's 2-step stamping, no coloring required. So you do that maybe in a darker color, and then this, or you could do this, and then over the top do gold or silver. That would be beautiful. So, we'll be using this set just for the words. And if you choose to get the Golden Greenery Bundle and you get the 3 card kits, if you don't want to get iconic imagery, which is really nice, you could use any words you have, because your card kits will come with all the pieces cut and kind of layered right in place, but I can't do any of the stamping. So if you have the Golden Greenery, you could stamp this, but just choose whatever words you like. Okay, so those are the items we're using, and just 3 stamp colors: pecan pie, old olive, garden green. And that's because they're all in the paper. Do you see how pretty that paper is though? See the gold foiling on this one, and then on here. Beautiful paper. I'll show you the paper here in just a minute. So here we go. As we go, I'll tell you the paper cut sizes, then I'll hold this little paper up to the screen and you could do a screenshot. And I'll have it right next to the card so you know what the measurements are for. Here is the vanilla ribbon. And you know, in the past, Stampin' Up! Has had vanilla ribbon, and I was assuming this would be just the same, but it's a little bit thinner than vanilla ribbon in the past, which means it folds beautifully, which is very convenient and nice. We'll use this today. My favorite, I use these gems. If you ask me, what is your favorite gems? I think these are called sparkle, adhesive back sparkle gems. Adhesive back sparkle gems. And I love the colors in them because I do use gold and silver. This is more like a champagne copper, so it could kind of go to either color, but they're beautiful. I love these. And look how nicely they go with this peach pie glimmer paper. Glimmer, shimmer. Oh, I don't have the packaging anymore. But they go very nice. So we'll use both of these. Oh, and if you would like to get the bundle on July 3rd, if you could use the host code, I'd appreciate that. I'll put that there. Here's the papers. And the vellum, did you notice that was vellum that was cut out for these leaves? Okay, let me show you the paper. We have a little bit of scoring, so we'll use a score tool here in just a minute. So this is the paper, and I have 2 different packages, and you could tell that they both go perfectly with the paper. with the bundle. So there's the vellum. It comes with 6 sheets, and then there's also the designer paper. And I'll go through these, but let me tell you what the names of them are. This is Graceful Greenery Vellum, and this is Season of Green and Gold Specialty Designer Paper. And it's specialty because it has all those beautiful gold highlights. Dishwasher is done. Beep. It'll probably do that 3 times. Okay, so this is the vellum. And notice how the pines, and then this one has snow on it. And I'm pretty sure that the dies cut out. They cut out the images. Look at that. Is that convenient? So you have 2 sheets of that. I like the snow on it. And 2 sheets of the one we're using today. And this one, the dies, they cut out beautifulness. Look how they cut this one out. It's kind of hard to see. Color on color. There we go. So, if I'm putting the right one on here, there it is. Oh, no. Isn't that the right one? What am I doing? Well, I cut them out earlier. Well, okay, if any of you are bonking your head saying, turn the sheet over, look how much more vibrant. And now look how perfectly it fits. Very nice. And there's another die to cut out, this one in garden green. Okay, so there's that. And, this one. This one is going to be in the next project, featured in the next project. But doesn't that look snowy? Can't see it on there. Maybe it's something dark. There, so that's the vellum. Okay, and then the designer paper with the gold foiling is right here. See how pretty that is? Just beautiful paper. This is the one we're using today. And then little spots. And then the dies cut all of these beautiful images out. And the back side is nice. Olive, old olive and mossy meadow stripes. Then this one was on the first card. This card here. Ooh, look how nice that goes. I need another layer. Sometimes these papers have a hint of a smell. That's pretty. And then this will be used on the last card. And many of these images get cut out with the dies too. Is there more? There's more plaid. Look how pretty that is. That's beautiful. Oh, this is that same kind of print as the snowy white paper. And then finally, this one, which we'll use today. That is for right here. And what's kind of fun about this pack of paper is it is both white and vanilla all at the same time. So if you look close up, there's like these are vanilla, and then here's some white areas. This side has white base to it. That's vanilla. But it's nice that there's a combo of different colors. That's why white, vanilla, either one, white. So if you cut this image out and you have a little border and you put it on a white card, can't see the border. This one's more vanilla. This is white and vanilla. Okay, so let's get going with the project. Okay, so here we go. And I will take this and use my dies to cut out one of the old olive and one of the garden green images. And I left this here, these little yucky pieces in here, because 2 times my paper slid. And I know that the vellum, it seems to be like a little bit slick, which is lovely, but I did whoopses. So then I tried it again and I put more tape on it. I did whoopses. So I don't know if you'll have that problem. I've never had it 2 times in a row, but I did. Not good. So really stick it down. Maybe you won't have that problem, but I did. Okay, these are garbage. Just wanted to make sure you knew. Kind of be careful. So I'm going to cut out 2 of these. And they're cut out perfectly. Yay! Okay, so the base paper. The base paper, I have all kinds of stuff here, is cut to 5.5 by 11. Base, 5.5 to 11, and then I'm going to score it at 1 3/4. And I'll put all these sizes on my blog once I get all 3 of the projects finished. 1 3/4, 3.5. But if you're going to get this bundle through me, your piece will come already scored. 3.5, 5 1/4, and 7. Okay, we're done with scoring. There is another fold on there, but that's just folded in half. We can handle that. Okay, so these pieces, up and down. I'm going to fold them. Just make sure they're good. Another one, and finally this one. And the base of the card, the inside, is a little bit more narrow. I cut the paper to 5 1/4 by 4, so this isn't fitting. This is only 4 inches, which is fine. I'm fine with it being a little narrow just to get all that beautifulness. Okay, so let's take these pieces, 2 of these, 4, right here and here, and 2 times pecan is 5 1/4 by 1 1/2. This one, designer paper, 2 of them, 5 1/8 by 1 3/8. Let's get those stuck on. Okay, not the best Stampin' shirt for the day, but it's cute. It looks like summertime. We're doing summer, Christmas and summer. This is the first time I've done this. I don't mind when other people do it. It's like, you go for it. But I've never done it. This is the first time because the first card was summery. Okay, so I'll attach this. Sometimes I don't cut perfect. It's like the sides are a little bit bigger than the top and the bottom. Okay, and here's a second one. Okay, oh, and when you attach these, don't do what I did. I had to throw away one of these because I attached them right here. Like, whoop, and I tried to pull it up. Oh, it looked bad. Okay, so we have our 2 little greenery pieces. And there is this piece, which I'm titling Movement because it does all the moving. So this is cut to 3 by 6 but you just fold it in half. You could score it if you want to. Whenever I score, there seems to be, it's not perfect. It's like there's a little bit hanging over one side or another. Folding, a little bit better success. Okay, and then 2 times pecan, this one right here, is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, 2 times designer paper, 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. So we can attach these together. The dishwasher is still going. Tony cooked off this morning. He said, I was going to wait till you're awake. He gets up at 5 o'clock every day, even though he's recovering from his hip, and he doesn't have to go anywhere. He just does that. Anyhow, he goes, I was waiting until you woke up before I started cooking the bacon. And I'm like, oh, okay. Because his new way of doing it, which I'm sure even I knew about, is you put it in the oven. And he cooked the cheap bacon, which was a little bit thinner, which I liked. It was really crispy. And then he cooked the thick cut bacon. This whole house smells like bacon. To me, it's almost too rich. He's like, here, you want another piece? I'm like, oh, I think I've had enough. Okay, so that goes there. Then, inside pecan, and like I said, this is a little bit narrower than normal. Inside pecan is 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. And the vanilla is 5 1/8 by 3 5/8. Okay, and then the label is this for the label? No, this is for something real important that I forgot. This is for the words. So for this label and the pecan label, I just had some strips left over, and I used those to cut it out. So just scrap pieces for the label. Oh, and we're going to do something a little fancy. You probably already know with the label. So I have 2 of them cut out. After I stamp on this one, I'm going to make it, because it's the same exact die cut, I'm going to cut it right in the middle and have a little border on each side. We'll do that in a minute. And then the sparkly paper, oh, here's sparkly. Peach pie, that is going to be for these little bits, which are from, I think they're from Iconic. Yeah, they're from Iconic. Well, here, it has a number. I love it when they put the number on here. 164200. 164200. So that's for these little kind of berries. See, we're getting into Christmas. I think if I put red or cherry, it would look like that's Christmas. So this is kind of getting into Christmas. So here are these. Look how cute they are. Just little hints, and you see how nice they go with the sparkles? Yeah. Okay, so, oh, let me hold this up, and then we'll start assembling. So, you ready to do a screenshot? These are the sizes. Right there. Okay. So, this is for the words. Let's just do the words. Those are stamped in pecan pie. What is that on there? Do over. Might as well do 2, just in case one doesn't work out. Isn't that nice? Look how crisp that stamps. Okay, and then the big celebrate on this label is in Garden Green. Garden Green, I don't use it as much as I should. I have been a little bit more lately, but it's such a good, solid greenery color. Okay, can you see that on there? Yeah, you can. Okay, this is the whole reason, this stamp right here, celebrate! I thought the little images are cute, but this right here and then the grateful, that was a selling point. And then I love how you could put little things to go with them. Let's celebrate. That could be with that little die. That could be with this one. Let's celebrate. Okay, so I should use my pad. Let me try. Just because this is polymer, I should. There, it's going to be good. Right in the middle. That's good. It's kind of on an incline, but that's okay. Or on a decline. I'll pretend like I planned that. Yeah. Okay. So let me find the die to cut this out. Sometimes my dies, they bend. If ever you're cutting out and you've got all this extra paper you plan on using, or it's already stamped, it's a good idea, if you can, to, with your snips, cut it. Just because this doesn't have any of those lovely used cutting plate marks on it, and it stays perfect looking. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out. Okay, I think we have all the pieces. We have 2 of these. Let's work on that. So, same exact die, same exact shape. Pecan pie and vanilla. I'm going to cut this right in the middle. And that is so I have a top border and a bottom border in pecan pie. So see how there's this border? And you don't see where I cut it because it's the same exact size. If you flip it over, you could see it. But nobody should be inspecting my cards that much. Oh, this is just so pretty. Okay, so to do that, I'll start with this side. Then, how much of a border? You can have like a really big border, or because this designer paper is so pretty, I'm going to keep it with a little border. And I'm looking at this amount of vanilla over crossing the pecan pie. Okay, and then this little solid piece beyond the dots, how much is showing there and how much is showing here, just to make sure I get it on there straight. Okay, that looks good. Then, same thing here. Too much glue over there. Come on, spread out. Okay, and then the same process right here. And because it's liquid glue, I could scooch it around if needed. Okay, that looks good. Dry. Okay, let's start building this card. Put these little panels on. And I have just a little hint to making sure your card will close, so hold on for the placement of this movement piece. It's a square. Sometimes I look at these little stars, it's like, no, that's sideways, that's the wrong way. I don't know if it's true. Okay, that's good. That's done. So now we could put on these greenery pieces. And like I said, do it on panel number 1 and 3. My first go around, I put them both here. I'm like, should I just make 2 more? No. Just trash the vanilla paper. Okay, so that goes here. Okay, and here. Did you know that at the local print shops, you could take papers to them and say, here's my 12 by 12 beautiful designer paper. Cut me, thinking about Christmas cards, cut me 60 or however much. You could do the math and figure out how many per sheet. And you come back a day or two later and they've got it all wrapped up with rubber bands around it, and you can have them cut your pecan paper. You can have them cut everything. And then you just have to assemble. That's lovely. Okay, let's put this piece on. So, looking at this, I'm just figuring out how much glue I put on the back of my vanilla paper. That's about 1 inch. I'd rather be a little bit short than over. So that's like 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so this is gonna go right here. And have this square panel square in the middle of the card. So I'm looking at this border, and I'm looking at the border over here. Okay, that's where it's going to go. Okay, so we have that. And now this is going to get the same amount of glue, and it's going to be stuck to this vanilla right to here. And you know, when you open it, it might not completely open flat. It's really close, but at least we know it will fit in the envelope. That's kind of thick. You have to pay extra postage. Oh, I had to pay extra postage. It seems like for everything. I started going to a neighboring post office just because they're, let me put it this way. Our local post office, they're not fair. They just want to charge $5 for everything. This, and there it is. Okay, so next this will go on. I think we need the ribbon. So for the ribbon, and then we can start decorating. The ribbon, I'm going to put dimensionals all over on the back and stay away from the right side a bit. And that's only because, see how this part of the label hangs over? And I had dimensionals all the way out here and it kept sticking closed. So don't put your dimensionals right there. Not that close. Everywhere else though. Okay, what's this side? This side. They could go to right there, and then all this. I'm going to put a lot of dimensionals on because it's going to hold the ribbon, and then I want it to stick to the card. I'll probably have to add more. Okay, one in the middle for ribbon. Okay, so to do the ribbon, make sure I have enough. This is just so soft. I think I need jammies in this. Okay, so let me make sure that this has a nice end. And if you have snips, I probably shouldn't have said anything because I don't know how mine are going to behave. If you have snips and they're not cutting the ribbon, it's time for new snips. Or if you have ribbon scissors, from days gone by, bang, nice. Okay, so to put the ribbon on, I'll do it a little here. And I'm just thinking, how much do I want to show right here? And then fold it. How much of a fold, a bend, do I want in the bottom? Just like that. And the top is again just a little fold. I think that this amount is equal with the bottom fold part. And what's kind of nice about putting the ribbon on is the designer paper is very heavy on pattern, and the ribbon makes it so that our vellum cutout leaves will stand out a little better. Okay, so that's that. And we'll put the words on in a minute. Let's just put this on here. So I'm going to turn it over. how much dimensionals. See, I don't know that that's enough to hold it onto the front of the card. So I will put on maybe one here, one over there, and maybe I'll put some glue on this. Last thing we want is our card falling apart. That wouldn't be good. I'm just trying to get a little more stick to this label. Okay, then I'm going to just put some glue in the middle, only because I still have to tuck in those vellum leaves. Okay, and that side has no sticky on it. I'll put it right in the middle. Oh, isn't that pretty? It's still a little bit busy, but it's busy prettiness. Okay, the dimensionals are going to lock it in place, then all of a sudden the glue will dry. It won't be going anywhere. Okay, so for these, so on the sample, I have the garden green one down here and the old olive one up here. And I think that if I try to change it around, this old olive gets a little bit lost with the designer paper, where the garden green one stands out just a little bit better. It is a whole bunch of color on color on color, but that's okay. I wonder, like maybe here, because I know that the words are going to cover this up, then you could see a little bit more and you could tell, oh, I'm liking that. Okay, it's going to go right there. So, and then this one is doing just fine up here. To stick it down, sticking vellum down is always challenging, but with this heavy print on the vellum, it seems to be a little bit user-friendly. So I am going to put dimensionals underneath the leaves and glue up here at the top. So I'll start out with the top 3 leaves. We're going to get some glue. Definitely the stem. Oh, and I'll do the dimensional in a minute. And the label is going to cover up this part. See, I think that's pretty how it can't stick out over the perimeter of the card. Oh, but it's a little bit narrow. Remember how I said that it's only 4 inches rather than 4 1/4? Okay, there's that. And then this one, yeah, I was a little crazy on dimensionals, huh? Where is it going to go in? If it doesn't go in, I'm just going to maybe it could go under here. Well, that's kind of interesting, because now you could see that it's vellum a little bit more. Oh, I like that. Okay, so I'll put glue. Now I'm thinking, can it go on top? No. I'm going to put glue underneath the stem and the first bit of the leaf. Then I'll put dimensionals on it, mini ones. Get right back in there. Look at that, isn't that pretty? Okay. So dimensionals, mini. So how about, I might be able to get 2. So you could really see that. I think under the leaves, like you can't see this one, but did you see how you could see the dimensional through the vellum? See if I put it right there. Let me see if I could do this. If I put it here, you can see it down under there. Don't stick. But if you put it under the leaves, it's not as obvious. I think because of the pattern in the different colors of the olive, it kind of hides. Okay. And underneath, garden green. Maybe one more right about here. I want to put one down here, but I kind of like it flopping around so it looks a little natural. Okay, and then the label. Celebrate the season. That can go right here. Right there. So I'll put glue underneath here, just not right down here, but all up here. Okay. But I have to cover up that stem. I think I do. I think it should be. That is just so pretty. Dishwasher. Okay, now the beautifulness. These little sprigs. Oh, and then bling. So I will tuck them in. Where the stem is, I'll tuck it underneath. And then the same here. I was trying to put them other places, but they kind of look lost. Okay. So it's kind of sticking down, but that's okay. Okay, now we just need a little bit of sparkle. So in this one I put the sparkle on the inside of the card right here. Just because I thought putting it here in the field anywhere, it would be a little overwhelming. Because if I just did a few of them, yeah, because there's a lot going on here. There's the print plus this. I'm just going to stick with this plan. Okay, but before I put them on, let's do some stampin'. We haven't done much stampin' at all. So here on, here's my little pad. We're using polymer, so we should use the pad. Scissors and scissors. I'll use these for the bling in just a minute. Okay, so garden green is going to be the image leaves with kind of the rounded top. And old olive can be this double leaf heart looking leaf. So this one and this one. Put one here, full strength garden, full strength garden, then stamp off garden, stamp, whoop, stamp off, and then get it to line up. Okay. Two-step stamping, I love it. I had a new stamper, and she's like, two-step. She goes, I can't do two-step, I'm just learning. I said, let's give it a try. She was so impressed that she was looking through the catalog. I want to buy anything that says two-step stamping afterwards. It's like, oh, you're so cute. I was going to say I should put this evergreen. I'll do this on the next project. Okay, so old olive, full strength leaves. Full strength leaves. Okay. And then these get stamp off. Stamp off. Then two-step stamping. That's pretty. I love how you can mix neutrals or Any greens go together. Okay. So that's all that's to the inside, other than the bling. But look how pretty that is. Isn't that nice? Okay, let's finish up this card. So just a layer. You know, layers, if you put layers on it, it's like you know exactly what you're doing. It all comes together. I was trying to do this card with, instead of pecan pie, with garden green, and it looked very green, but I like how the pecan pie, it picks up the, in the designer paper, the veins and the stems, there's hints of it in there. And the first card was very green. So it's like, nope, I need to throw in a little something different. Okay, so just the bling. So I'll do 2 little ones and 1 big one right here in the corner. Big one. Little one. Little one. Oops. A little closer, right there. Okay, so that is it for today's project. Let me know if you have any questions about Avid stampers, or if ever you've thought about being a demonstrator, you could get this, all of this, the new online exclusives, a month early, but you can have it part of your starter kit. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks. Bye.